Three, two, one. Let's go. Hey, everybody. This is your boy DMPSpeaks. How's everybody doing? It's another Thursday. That means that we're all alive. We're doing well. And I pray that you are doing well. So once again, welcome to DMP Speaks Live. Listen, I have one of my new friends, my new sisters on with me. This is Coach Chris. Well, I'm going to say her full name this time. We're going to go back to Coach Chris. This is Coach Krystal Josiah with her business, the Chris Effect. So, guys, do me a favor. I need you to share this with someone because we're going to give you some good nuggets tonight. And we're going to be talking about why is it so important to have self-care in this year of 2022. That's what we're talking about on tonight. Again, please share this with someone. It is going to be impactful, and we hope that we add some value to your life on tonight. Hope that you're being safe, hope you're being good, and loving on one another, because that's what it's all about. So if you don't know who I am, this is your first time. I am a motivational speaker, and I'm also a self-esteem coach. I do these shows every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I talk about different topics that have to do with self-esteem, self-development, confidence, because I want you to become the best version of yourself. All right? So without further ado, let me introduce our special guest tonight once again. So, Coach Krystal, how are you? Or Coach Chris, how are you today?
I'm doing well, David. How are you?
I'm doing good. We worked
Good.
out all the kinks, I believe. Because everybody can
Absolutely.
hear. Everybody can hear. Okay, perfect. All right. So, the Chris effect. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the questions and things like that about self-care. Tell us a little about yourself and what your business is all about, the Chris effect.
So a little bit about me. I am love. I'm light.
Awesome.
I, I'm born and raised in Galveston, Texas, and I am all about providing hope and inspiring others to rewrite their stories. That is
Awesome.
what I'm all about. Excuse me, and that also is what the Chris Effect is about.
Mhm.
And that is the main focus, is to help others rewrite their stories by providing them hope and inspiration and letting them know that, hey, you're not the only one in this situation. There has been someone in this particular situation before,
Mhm.
and so we are here for you to help you get through this and to help you rewrite it, because you don't have to necessarily live in your past. And that's
That's
what
right.
my coaching is all about. We're going to focus on the future. Now you may have to dig, not dig, but we may have to reach back and resolve some things from the past or address the past, but the main focus is to move forward from those things. And so that's what the Chris effect is all about. And as you know, we live in a world, David. The world is just going crazy.
It is.
People, depression is at an all-time high. People are doing some crazy things out here, and that's why self-care is important. You cannot, people cannot continue to neglect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what the Krystal effect is all about.
You said something. I'm getting a little bit of. Give me 1 second. I'm good. So I think I might need to turn me down a little bit.
Okay.
Let's try that. Is that better, everyone? I think that's good. Okay. You said something that was very powerful to me.
Mm-hmm.
You said that we already know the world is crazy. We're already dealing with so much. But you said you got to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
And if I could be honest, let's just go right into it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know at times what self-care was. Because I felt like, oh, well, I got to do this for my family. I got to do this for this one. I got to do that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know what it meant until I got sick.
Mm.
Mentally sick, emotionally sick, spiritually sick,
Mm-hmm.
psychologically sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what to do with myself. Now, my first question is for you. In your own words, how do you define self-care?
So self-care for me is doing what is best for me, but not in a selfish way. You know, because sometimes we can take self-care overboard or self-love or what have you. But doing those things that are necessary for
Yeah.
you to continue to serve and for you to continue to elevate within your life, continue growing, and all of the things that are necessary, not only for your survival,
Yeah.
but for the survival of your family as well. And that's what self-care is to me. Because whether or not David, people want to believe it, they a lot, say, oh, well, I'm not a servant. Yes, you are a servant.
That's right.
Now, whether you honor that position,
That's
that's
up to
different.
you.
But if
Right.
you are a mother, a father, an uncle, employee, or employer, if you here on this
Right.
earth,
Right.
you're a servant. Now
That's
you
right.
choose whether or not you want to honor that and whether or
Mhm.
not you be selfish with that.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, that is what you are.
So then let me ask you this, and that's wonderfully put. You mentioned something else, survival. Ooh, survival can look so different for some of us.
Mm-hmm.
Some people out here right now that's looking at us right now feeling like, well, how can I think about myself
Mm-hmm.
when I got all these people that I have to take care of?
Yeah,
I have all these things. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I'm playing like devil's advocate a little bit.
I know exactly what you mean, but the first thing you have to do, David, is identify all. Who is all? All of who?
Yeah.
All of what? So you need to prioritize. See, I was that person that didn't prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't prioritize myself. So I was there for everyone else except for me.
Good.
And guess what happened?
What
People
happened?
came and got what they needed and they was fulfilled and then they moved on.
Bye-bye.
See you later. I'll be back when I need you again.
Right.
So when you get tired, whoever that person is that's watching and you say, I have all these things. When you get tired, you'll prioritize yourself. And all those things can come later. Because what I've learned and what you will learn is that people will find a way.
Yeah.
So we have to learn to say no.
Right.
And as my friend told me, Chris, no is a complete sentence.
Right.
But see, I had to learn that. And that's when it comes to family, right. When it comes to your career, when it comes to anything.
to
Because
anything.
at the end of the day, if you're not here, they will figure it out.
They will. I
Yeah.
love what you said too, and I want to add this too, is that if you are not good for yourself, how can you be good for someone else? How can you be good for them?
Mm-hmm.
Because we if I could be honest,
Mm-hmm. Go
I
ahead.
have done so much for so many people. I'll leave my family to the side for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Mm-hmm.
done so much for other people. And like you said, when they inadvertently used me, they
Mm-hmm.
got what they needed. But when
Mm-hmm.
I needed a break, I needed some time off to resuscitate me, to refuel me, was a problem. So a light bulb, I said, wow, went off in my head. I said,
Mm-hmm.
this is interesting. When you need something, you want me right there. But when I need a break, when I need a vacation, when I just need a moment to myself,
It's a moment.
just a moment, you can't even honor that. Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You're not, or if I can, I'm about to get in trouble, but I don't care. Even in ministry, whew, when you
Yeah.
do so much, and of course you're doing it to God, but then you're almost used
Mm-hmm.
and abused,
Mm-hmm.
and you take it, and but they'll tell you you're doing it for the Lord.
Yeah. What we're not gonna do, we're not gonna hide behind the name of the Lord.
Right.
So
For
that's
your agenda. For your agenda.
because that's ulterior motives. So what is your intent?
Yeah.
So that's what you have to look at. Why are they doing this or
Correct.
asking this of you? Is it for selfish reasons? And sometimes it is. And as you say, people they will do that and then hide behind the name of God.
Mm-hmm.
So you again, that's where you have to come in and say, "Hey, oh no, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to do this
Mm-hmm.
because."
You know another thing,
Mhm.
not to cut you off. I look at no as a total vibe.
Okay,
There's so much power in the word no.
it is.
It doesn't mean that I don't love you. It doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you. It doesn't mean that I don't like what I'm doing. It's
Mhm.
just that at this particular time, what you want me to do is
Not
not more
right
important than my sleep.
now. And that's all it means, David, is not right now. Check back with me later. Because again, if I am not fulfilled and I'm not being able to operate in my full capacity, am I truly being authentic? Can I give you the service that you need?
That's
And
right.
will you be satisfied with that? You know? So again, it's all in the way we look at things and the way that we prioritize things. And
That's
so
right.
you have to take care of you. Like that is a necessity. Period. And I tell people all the time to put themselves on the calendar.
Yeah.
You
Say it
got you
again.
got it
Say it
marked
again.
down. You have it marked down when you have to pay this bill, when you have to do this, that, or the other. Guess what? You're a bill too. Put yourself on the calendar.
Talk about that for a minute, just for a couple of seconds. Talk about that. Like go a little bit deeper than that, because that somebody need to hear that. And I need everybody before she goes into this. Share this with someone. You know somebody that really needs to learn how to implement self-care.
Hmm.
You know that they're struggling with this. You know that they are doing so much and they're doing great things, but you
Hmm.
see that they're not who they used to be. They're drained.
Yeah.
They don't have that true happiness anymore, and you know they need to implement this self-care. I want you to share this with someone.
Yes.
So, Coach Chris, go a little bit into that piece that you were saying.
So what I mean by put yourself on a calendar is to do exactly that. Put yourself on a calendar. What day are you going to sit down and address your spiritual need? What day are you going to do the physical things that you need to take care of yourself? Are you going to get a massage? Are you going to work out?
Yeah.
We already know that health, your physical health and your mental health and your spiritual and even your financial is all linked together.
Yes, it is.
So when are you going to address these and be intentional about this? For me, Sundays, oh, that's a wrap. Sunday, that's my day.
Mm.
And if I need to change that day or whatever, what have you, then I'll change that day to a different, to a day that I'm off or something like that.
Yeah.
But at least once a week, I take that day to do absolutely nothing work related.
Awesome.
That is my day to refill my cup.
Yes.
Whether I choose to read something, listen to an audio book, go and get a massage, whatever the case may be. And this is the thing, you don't necessarily need money.
Say that. Come on, say that.
Where you are.
That's good.
Start with what you have.
Yes.
Because I know when I started with YouTube. I would get on and I would listen to uplifting audios and videos.
Yeah.
Then if you don't have YouTube, you don't have the internet, start with a walk in the park. There's been plenty of times where I went to the park, David, and I just lay there.
Yep. Right in the grass.
Right there in the grass, or lay across one of them benches and
That's
just look up and say thank you. You would be surprised. Even if you don't have access to a park. Come on now, I'm giving you different outlets if you don't have this stuff. If all you have is just you and your body, all you got is this right here, your mental thoughts. You sit back and you find a reason. Find a reason to be grateful. You will be surprised how gratitude can take you a long way. And gratitude can open up this.
That's right.
And it'll open up some doors for you.
That's it.
But you have to make that decision, because every single day that we get up is a day for us to make the decision to whether or not we are going to fight. Because if you really want to be honest, it's a fight. I don't care how much money you have.
That's right. It's a fight every day.
It's a fight every single day. Every day it's a fight. So it all starts with a decision. We have to make that decision. So what are you going to do to put yourself first? And I don't mean in a selfish manner. I mean with the mentality of, I'm going to put me first. Because when I'm good, guess what? Everybody else around me is good.
Yes.
The children are good. David, your wife is good.
That's right.
My friends are good. David, your church members are good.
That's right. It's good stuff.
So when you address that, then you good to go. That's why it's important to put yourself on the calendar and to address those things. And like I said, it's all of it, David. It's not just the mental. It's not just the spiritual. It's not just the physical or the financial. It's all of it.
That's right. Holistically.
That's right.
You have to be good, y'all.
Yeah.
And this is what I talk about every Thursday. This is what I talk about on all my social media outlets. And I know Coach Chris does the same thing. We have to learn how to take care of us. How many times have we known people, preachers, businessmen, businesswomen, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, aunts, big brothers, big sisters, that have not taken time, kept going consistently.
Check them out.
And then we got to go check them out at the hospital. We got to check them out, unfortunately, I hate to say it, at the morgue.
Yeah.
or at the cemetery.
Mhm.
Because if I can say this, stress will kill you.
I was I was
Stress
waiting for my turn to speak because I was
will kill
right
you.
there with you.
Please talk about it, because stress is something about stress. I've
It,
gotten to the place, if we can be honest tonight, I have
mhm,
gotten to the place, and my wife knows this. She's
mhm,
probably listened to it. I love you, baby. I have gotten so stressed out. I told
mhm,
her one day,
mhm,
if I don't get some help, if
mhm,
I don't take a break, because I'm a
mhm.
person,
Me too.
I'm going. Okay. My father's gone to be with the Lord. He told me, I got this work ethic from him. He
Mhm,
told me, son,
mhm, mhm.
slow down, son. I'm like, Dad, this is what you gave me. He said, son, slow down. Because he said, I don't want you to leave before I do.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Coach Chris, how can stress take you out, take you down?
Stress will literally take you down because me, I'm a stress eater.
I'm sorry, y'all. That was good. I like that. I like that.
When I'm stressed, I gotta go get me a snack cake or something.
I do the same thing. I'm like, I need a little snack.
Yeah, I need some, give me something to eat. But
Yes.
stress and not only will it'll cause you to make bad decisions
Yeah, well, well.
and decisions that are unhealthy for you
Yes.
in all areas of life. Because when you stress, you can't focus on the good.
Right.
You only focusing on the negative, the impossibilities, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the hospital because you had a stroke or a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's all about the thoughts and it's all about the mental, which has an effect on the physical.
That's right.
So if if you find yourself in that situation, you need to think, you need to be thinking about, what is it that I'm stressing over, and is it really worth it?
Mm-hmm.
You feel that little tingle in your arm or that
Right.
little heart palpitation.
That's
Go get
right.
that checked. And what's the first thing they want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Get EKG.
That's
Oh,
right.
maybe you need a stress test.
Yep.
And they'll ask you, are you stressed?
Mm-hmm.
Because they know, the doctors know that stress is directly related to health problems.
That's right.
And that's why self care is so important. As I
Yes.
stated earlier, when you are checked out of here and you are gone,
Mm-hmm.
people will figure out a way.
Yep. And I'm gonna say this too, to add to this. You guys, and I've been there before, doing 70, 80, 85 hours at your job. And I know you want to get that money, you want to hustle and bustle. But if something happens to you, unfortunately, God forbid, guess what? That position, they're going to find somebody else
Open.
to step right in. The next week, they'll bow their heads and they'll put their heads right back up. We got to go. We got to
Right?
find somebody else. Right? Am I right?
Seriously. A
And
moment
this
of
is why
silence.
we're talking about it.
After that moment, your position posted.
It's posted.
It's already posted. They just need to click. They just need to hit the button. But they're gonna
That's
have a
right.
little moment of silence first.
That's right.
So
Just
this
real quick moment. It's a whoop. It's like a this.
right.
Go right back up. Because that's the kind of life world that we live in. Because again, if you know, okay, let me go there. Let me go here.
Mhm.
Go into family. Family can be unintentionally stressed. You're doing well as a mom, your dad, and you're working, you're taking care, and you're doing all you can. But when stressful situations in the home can be very stressful,
Mhm.
moms, I'm talking all my moms,
Mhm.
married or single, you
Mhm.
have somebody, you know somebody. If you got to pay a babysitter or a good friend, you need a break.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
as a man, you need a break. Dads, those good dads like me,
Mm-hmm.
you need a break. Grandma, Nana,
Yes, because
you
we
gotta
know that
find to
that
take
is
a
all
break. Yeah,
too common. Grandparents are raising their grandchildren.
especially in our community. Can I say that boldly? I'll
Oh
say it
yes,
again. Let me make sure this
absolutely.
is
That's
on.
the
This
honest
is on.
truth.
Is everybody? Is this everybody can hear me? Especially in our community. Not trying to be disrespectful, but this is true. A lot of our grandmas are taking care of their their grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them can't walk. Some of them got their own health complications.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank God for these wonderful grandmothers and aunts, but these grandmothers, but grandma, y'all need a break too. I'm serious, y'all need to go and hang out with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Parents, y'all need a date night. Like my
Mm-hmm.
son is with his father.
Mm-hmm.
I took my wife out before we did the show. She
Mm-hmm.
need a break.
Mm-hmm.
She need a little time to digress.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you're in a relationship and you're married, let me just throw this at everybody. You and I'm about to get a shovel, but again, I don't care. Sometimes, and I'm not saying that you need to be away from your spouse. I'm not saying that. But there are times that you do need some time for yourself away from
Absolutely.
your spouse so
Absolutely.
that you can get your mind together, your spiritual self, your finances, even though you're putting all of this together and God has made you one,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you still need some time for yourself. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me.
No, you are not wrong. You are absolutely right. But guess what? That's what makes the bond stronger.
Exactly. Thank you.
That is what makes the bond stronger. Trust me, when you go and you get yourself together,
Yes.
spiritually, mentally, in all those areas, and y'all come together, baby, y'all a force. And then just notice when you come on now, what's more sexier than that?
Right. Let them
What
know.
is more sexier than that? I'm
Right.
talking some grown stuff, huh?
Right.
That's
Right.
sexy. When when
Right.
when your significant other can say, "Hey, I need to go and fix this. I need to
Yeah.
get me together
That's
so
right.
that I can come back and better serve you." Because that's what the relationship is all about. You take care of yourself, I'm gonna take care of myself, and then we're better able to take care of each other.
That's right.
See,
And
the
if we
goal,
learn, oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the goal, the goal in the relationship
Mm-hmm.
is for us to outserve, out please, and out love one another. We're looking out for each other's interests, not our own interests,
That's right.
but one another. So if we could take the focus off of what I'm lacking
Mm-hmm.
and focus on what you need, and then you do the same in return,
Mm-hmm.
then you good to go. But it's too many times where either I just say to woman, "Oh, I don't get this, I don't get that. Oh, I need this and I need that." No, what does he need?
Right. And vice
Have you
versa.
ever thought about that? What
Right.
is his love language?
Right.
So yeah, and like you said, the same thing, vice versa. And then if the husband can focus on what is it that she needs from me as a man,
Yeah.
what is her love language? How
Right.
can I satisfy and please her? Well, why is it that she feel this certain way or may even act this certain way? So that's what it's about. And when you can focus on one another, then it's all good from there.
And people might say, well, what does this have to do with self-care? It does,
Ooh.
because you're giving that your spouse an opportunity to develop self-care even if they have never had it before.
Mhm.
Because some people have gotten into relationships or into marriage and never did nothing for themselves.
Mhm.
And they don't even know. Sometimes some women, and even some men, don't even know how to ask. Well, this is what I need. Can I just get a break? And my fellas, if I could be honest, with all due respect, sometimes us black men we feel like we got to do everything as a man, and we don't never take time to do things for ourselves. And then we wonder why people, and I'm not giving nobody a pass, but I do understand why some men's like, I can't take this no more because I don't get a time for me. When I want to go out, I'm not looking for you to go all the time.
I feel
love
like
you.
that's codependence.
Yeah.
She had to be able. She had to have her own friends. Let that man move around and go with his friends. Quit being so codependent.
Right.
On his love and attention, and you got to follow him everywhere. No, have your own space, your own friends, and your own agenda.
Right.
I love you, but I don't want to. I don't want to be up under you 24.
Can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm gonna throw this curveball too. If we start learning how to give our spouses what they need in their personal self-care, the divorce rate will go down. I'll leave that alone for another day.
You just see the good one right there.
Just be honest. That's church and out of church, just in general. If we gave ours, and I'm talking to the men, going back to the men, and then we're going to move on. If you gave your wife, your significant other, a break from the kids, a break from washing dishes, from break from cleaning the clothes.
That what you walk in the house and you see.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'm just going to be honest.
No.
My wife can tell you. I wash clothes.
Yes.
I wash the dishes.
Yes.
I'm a man, but I know how to clean. My mother taught me how to clean very well. And my wife's a school teacher. I tell her a lot of times, go sit down. I got you.
And that's so simple.
I got you.
It's just a simple thing.
Wait, I'm sorry.
That's your wife.
It's true.
I didn't even know she was good at that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it really is. It's the simple things. A lot of times we don't ask for much.
Right.
And for you as a husband to say, hey, I got this. Go sit down. Go rest. It's like, you know, just to see your husband just, doing the dishes or doing the laundry or sweeping them up, and like you said, that's like, I don't know for anybody else, but for me, come here.
Right. Because it gives that woman, wow. Not only does he say from verbally that he loves me, he really actually he's putting it in action. Because, and I don't know why I'm staying on this so long, but I see so many people in these great social media relationships. There are certain things that you got to do outside that people don't see. I don't boast about what I do. I do it because it needs to be done. My wife is, I always say, my wife's a trophy. I don't really agree with that notion. Yes, she's fine, but she's not my trophy. She's my wife. She's my best friend. So how would you treat your best friend if they're tired?
Right.
Are you looking for them? And the reason why I'm kind of talking about this is, again, going back into self-care. When I'm tired, she tells me, babe, go sit down. And I'm like, nah, you just got to sit down. I got it. Oh, you gonna rub my feet? What? It's my birthday?
That's what you do.
Okay.
That's that other level stuff. That's what you do, dog.
Right.
You deserve a foot rub.
Right. So I know people get mad because they're like, what this got to do with it? It's a difference when you are not getting it, so you won't understand. But some people do. And I'm hoping that if you're in this relationship, even if you've gotten a new relationship, make sure that you find somebody that appreciates you and respects you to give you some time for yourself. And I'm gonna also say this to singles too. Before you get in a relationship with someone, make sure you have some self-care, that you go on a trip with your friends, you do something for yourself, you take yourself out. You got to do something to enjoy yourself, because when you become that one with that person, I'm not saying that you're losing anything, you're not losing, you're gaining, but as an individual, you still want to make sure that you have enjoyed yourself and you love yourself. Because we talk about self-esteem and confidence a lot on here, because that's who I am. You have to be able to have self-care for yourself as a single person. You have to enjoy yourself as a single person. Love yourself, appreciate yourself as a single person. So my next question is to you.
Hold on, let me speak.
Oh, you want to add to that? Okay.
So just a little bit.
You told me to be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead, Coach.
When you single, as David said, that self-care is a necessity.
Yes.
So that you are not dependent on that man to care for you. You're able to care for yourself. Know what it's like to go out and take yourself out.
That's right.
You don't have to be with anyone else. When you can go out by yourself and enjoy yourself, then you got something there. Yeah. And see, self-care goes deeper than just taking yourself out. You know, it's more than that. You need to identify your emotional, the emotional aspect of that before you even go into a relationship. Do you have any past traumas that need to be addressed before you go into a relationship?
That's good.
See, a person may think that they're ready, but are you truly ready? Can you love this man the way that he needs to be loved? And what I mean by that is, can he be vulnerable with you and trust you with his secrets? But when you love yourself and you care for yourself and it's not going right, his secrets don't get told.
Yeah.
See, you're not discussing that with your girlfriend.
That's right.
You it's just between you and him. Okay?
I love that.
And y'all working through that. And you're gonna help that king through that.
That's it.
See, that's what self-care and self-love is about. You take care of you. So when you get with that man, you're truly ready.
Right.
And you can give him what he needs. And vice versa with the man. There's a lot of grown boys out here think that they're ready and they're not.
Yeah. And then when you're not ready, oh man, we might have to do a part 2 on relationships. Because when you're not, and I'll say this and I'll be done with it. And please share this with someone. Please share this. This is a good topic and good discussion tonight. When you are not ready, men, and you're not secure in yourself and you're not whole, you can destroy a good woman. I'll leave it as that, because I feel my help coming on, but I feel like I'm gonna stay right there. I know myself, so we'll be on this phone for an hour.
Oh yeah.
So this is my next question. Why is it so hard for us just to implement self-care weekly? Why is it so hard though? We talked about why we should do it, the benefits, but why is it so hard for us to implement the self-care? Why is it so hard?
I'll say this. It's not hard if you value yourself. If you value yourself, then it won't be hard.
Good.
That depends on your belief in what you accept.
Love that.
Period. That's it. So yes, it was, because it was once hard for me. because I was just so used to doing everything for everyone else. And again, I had not addressed my past traumas and issues. It wasn't until I hired my own coach to help me get past those issues. And then I began to value myself. See, I was once a woman that couldn't tell herself that she was beautiful. No matter how many times someone else told it to me, I couldn't tell it to myself in the mirror. Because I didn't value me. I didn't know how to put me first. So that's why it's hard. I had limiting beliefs. But once those chains were broken, and I released that, I put me on the gallery. I ain't gonna be able to do it today.
Yeah, that's real.
So that's what it is.
That's real. I love that.
But you have to be, and see, doing these things, you have to be willing to do them. No one can force you to do it. You have to be willing and honest with yourself.
Yeah.
In this regard, and say, hey, I'm gonna go through this. Yeah. Is it gonna be pressure? Oh yes.
A lot of pressure.
Will it feel like fire? Oh, absolutely.
Right.
But what's on the other side of that is a priceless diamond.
That's right.
So you doing this whole process, you're gonna be refined. You're gonna see some things, and part of that honesty, David, is being honest with yourself about you.
Yeah.
Because you can't truly address this, and you can't truly heal and love someone else, whether that's your children. We're gonna go beyond the husband or the spouse or whatever. But you can't really truly love yourself or your family if you're not honest with you. Okay, well, you know what? I may be a little, I don't know, selfish, or I may be a little codependent. Oh, I do have anger issues.
Yeah, gotta be honest.
I have a void that I need to get rid of.
Right.
Whether it's smoking, let's just get real. Video games, smoking, sex with different women, pornography, all of that. That's a void.
Right.
So, those things need to be addressed, and you got to figure out why.
Yeah. Love that. I'm hoping that y'all are taking this in, because this is some real stuff. And we're still talking about self-care, personal care, really looking into yourself. And like she said, being honest. If we can just be more honest in this season of our lives. A lot of us are watching that are 20-something, 30-something. I'll be 38 in a few weeks. I've grown to the place that I no longer care what people have to say. But then at the same time, I'm always looking at myself and self-critiquing. And sometimes you have to self-critique yourself, but sometimes I could be so hard on myself. But I felt like I had to be honest. I had to get to the place I had to be honest with myself. Am I going to take this anymore, or am I not? Am I going to start making myself a priority or not? So to answer that question, you answered it. Is it hard for us to have self-care? No. It's a choice that you got to make. And you have to make that choice every single day. Got to make it every day. Now, another question. We're almost there because we got a few more minutes.
Okay. So I say avoid, but that's not the word I was looking for.
What were you going to say? What was you going to say?
I can't remember, but go ahead.
No. I got you. I think everybody understood. Everybody still understood. Does self-care have to be every day? That's my question.
That depends on how you value yourself. What do you feel?
Okay. It's up to the individual.
For some people, they may not feel that way. It's different strokes for different folks. So there's no one solution for for everyone. It's not a
Mhm.
one size fits all, right? So
Mhm.
some people are at different levels. So if you're at a level where, hey, you need to address something every single day, prayer is self-care.
Yeah,
So
it
in a
is.
sense, if you want to say yes, then yes. But then some people don't believe in God. So it's different strokes for different folks.
Right. So two more questions, and then we're gonna ask. I'm gonna ask you one question about your business and how we can get in contact with you. Okay, right off the cuff, what are your top 5 self-care routines or practices that you personally do?
Prayer,
Okay,
one.
that's one.
The Bible, two. Three is my personal development. Four is gonna be my network.
Mm,
Five is gonna be my well, I guess you can say my physical.
good. All
And the
right.
reason I say network,
Mhm.
because without my network of people, without my relationships, I would not be here.
Mm,
I would not have grown and come this far without that. So that's very important. That's essential for your survival,
that's right.
especially if you in this entrepreneurship business.
Yes.
Your network can turn into um, your your family, meaning they can be there to pick you up
Hmm.
when you
Hold
are
you
down,
responsible.
hold you accountable.
Yeah.
When you just like, oh man, I don't think this for me. I don't want to go no. Who? I know that's what my network do for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
My relationships do for me, and it's wonderful relationships that come out of that. Because guess what? I'm here today, networking with you, developing a business relationship with you
That's
through
right.
networking.
That's right.
And you don't never ever underestimate your network. People from your network will come through for you
Hmm.
sometimes more often and quicker than your family will.
Woo! Woo!
So don't hey, it is what it is.
My goodness, you
So
speaking on a
I'm gonna
nugget.
take care of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take care of my family too, but my network is there too. I'm gonna take care of that.
Yeah. That is so essential because there are people in my network that are closer to me, dare I say it, than some of my family members
Mhm.
because they consistently been there.
Mhm.
Some of my friends consistently been there.
Mhm.
You guys know who you are. My family members know who's definitely been there from day one.
Mhm.
I'm saying it is important to have a network. And I'm gonna say this as well, and we're almost done. When she talked about prayer, that is self-care. You're taking care of everything,
That's right.
emotional, physical. You have to do the physical to do the physical, but you're taking care of that physical area because that could be psychological pain, that could be
Mhm.
trauma that you're dealing with, that alludes to physical pain when you pray, and it releases those things
Mhm.
to, as they say, a higher power. Higher power is God, Jesus, however you want to put it, Yeshua, Hamashima, however you want to put it, and He's
Jehovah.
there, right?
Yeah.
He's there to
Mhm.
give you that. So that is an added component that people just don't have. But I want to encourage you. I'm not pulling you down. We're not pulling you down. We're just
Yeah.
letting you know there is another component of you that you might not have been introduced to yet. And I'll just say this is not church, but this is just an opportunity to let you know that if you have tried the walking is good and all the things are good, but there is a spiritual component of you because you are a spirit, whether you knew it or not. Glad you know it now. But there's a piece of you that you do need some growth. And I'm encouraging you, whether you know it or not, the man upstairs, all the way upstairs, he does care about you. So we're going to end right here. But before we fully end, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. But before we go to the tail end of our show, Coach Krys, how can we get in contact with you? Your social medias, what you got going on? Tell us how can we get in contact with
you? You can get in contact with me on any of my social media handles, which is my first and last name, Krystal Josiah, on either Facebook, Instagram. My phone number is, I thought it was at the bottom somewhere, but you can get in contact with me, 281-384-1056. And on my social media, my calendar link should be there. You can schedule a one-to-one call with me, and that's it.
Awesome. Any conference or anything that you're working on? Any show that you have? Anything like that? I'll put you up there.
Okay. So I am working on a book. And I just finished my first yay. I just finished my first conference, and if you guys missed it, then and catch the next one. It was really good. The name of it was Unleash Your Inner Beast, where we inspire and empower others to unleash their inner beast, because we all have that within us. So that's what we are about, to inspire and motivate you to do those things. And we are working on you. You're the second person that just asked me about that today. So I am working on another conference, Unleash Your Inner Beast. This will be, I don't want to give too many details.
You don't have to. I caught a little bit of it. It's gonna be. I couldn't get everything, but it was good. It was good, and you want somebody that's genuine, that really cares about people. Check out Coach Krys's conference, Unleash. What is it called? Unleash your
inner beast.
Inner beast. I was about to say beast. Unleash your inner beast.
Yes.
It's coming soon. Whenever she brings it out, support her. But guys, thank you so much. Again, please share this with someone. Listen, next week is going to be, I'm just going to have to just show y'all at 12 a.m. Excuse me, I said 12 p.m. 12 a.m. I'm just going to show you. I'm revamping the whole show. You're going to be like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You'll see it at 12 a.m. this tomorrow morning. It's going to be better. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be better. But thank you guys so much. Thank you so much.
12 a.m. as in midnight?
Tonight.
I can't.
I'm releasing.
You know, at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so I'm releasing it. I'm releasing it tonight. It's just a flyer, but I'm just gonna say it's better. That's all I'm gonna say. It's better. So we're just doing a little bit of changes. For you guys to give you some more value. But again, guys, thank you so much for your time. And as always, have a wonderful and blessed night. Peace, y'all.